Hello and welcome back to the Lost Tavern of Gaming. I am your host, Tay, and with us we've got Verdone. That's what you get for stealing my intro.
He's very territorial. I'm sorry, people.
Who, me? No, couldn't be. I keep forgetting to give you flamethrower.
You keep forgetting to give me food? Don't worry. I'll find some ways.
I sent someone to deliver you some cookies. Hopefully that'll suffice you. I haven't had them warmed up for you. Are you happy?
They're actually pretty good.
Why, thank you. I made them myself.
Why'd they say Kroger brand?
I just out me like that. No, it's fine. Okay, so at some point off screen, I found flamethrower. So we're gonna go ahead and use this because Ember is a terrible move. It's got a power of 40.
Much like your IQ.
Yeah, times 10.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself, friend.
In all honesty, you can't trust an IQ test. Because I've met smart people that have had low scores on their test. And I've met dumb people that claim they have had high scores and stuff.
Until you read the description of the test, and it says the person has to be at least age 10 for this to be accurate reading.
Well, even that doesn't really help because it doesn't really test IQ. It tests short-term memory is what it tests. And it also tests current knowledge of things. At least the IQ test I took tested short-term memory.
And that's where it all comes around to.
Well, most of them are based like that. I've seen a few others that I didn't personally take because I didn't care. Mostly because they're online ones and they're like, you need to input this information and we'll give you your score then. But, oops. Hi, Ride Dawn. Oh, okay. But, most of them are like that. They only test your short-term memory and your current knowledge. It's much the reason I got pissed off at the driver's test for. There's things that... the permit test itself, the written test at least, it popped off with questions that you couldn't have found while studying for the test. They didn't exist. You needed to search somewhere else for the information, but it's not something you would have known to look up. You want to know what one of those questions were?
What?
What is the leading cause of death in Washington?
Okay.
Right? Like, what? And it's got an option like drugs and alcohol. Motorcycle accidents. Truck accidents. And there was one other. Do you know what the answer was?
It was.
Motorcycle accidents. Like, no. I bet you those motorcycle accidents were caused, a lot of them, anyways, by drugs and alcohol. So the cause of death is actually alcohol. Or drugs. They decided to go driving while stoned. I'm salty about that test. I've never failed a test in my life. Until that day. And I thought maybe I missed it because I skimmed over the book before I took that test. Right? So I sat my ass down and I read literally every word from front to back of that little book. It's not in there. And there were two other questions that I remembered that I couldn't find the information for. I don't remember what the questions are anymore, but I do remember thinking, that's not in here either. An IQ test is similar to that. It's testing information it thinks you should already know. But
Fair enough.
at the same time, it doesn't truly test your IQ because it's judging a fish on its ability to climb a tree.
Are you the fish in this conversation?
Not quite. I'm not exactly terrible at math. Most IQ tests are more math than anything else. And that's not a good way to test IQ. You really want to test someone how smart they are, find the thing they're good at, and test that.
Yeah. There you go. IQ tests are what weak people use to make themselves feel stronger.
Yeah. I was in state custody and they had me take one, so that's the only reason I know what my IQ score is. But at the same time, I just can't help but think that test was stupid. And I know someone's probably thinking, well, you probably got a low score. No, my score was 152. That's in the genius domain, thank you very much. It's not that I got a low score, it's that the test doesn't test things the way it should. Why do I keep looking over at my computer screen?
Because you're expecting something.
Right? I'm expecting like someone to comment on it or something. And they probably will.
When you become a Twitch streamer.
Well, I might look back at the comments 5 years from now and see that 100,000 people have come back and watched this video, and some people didn't like that I called the IQ test stupid because they got high scores because they're really good at math, but they suck at everything else.
I'm feeling some venom against somebody named John.
John, really? Why?
I don't know, it's a good safe name to say.
It's just a good and safe name to say. No, it's just I've learned to be able to predict certain troublesome people. I've encountered a lot of troublesome people over the years of my life, and I've just kind of predicted the behaviors that they'll have. Like, someone's going to comment that I'm probably lying about my IQ score. And there's no real way I can prove the score, right?
Unless you kept it.
I didn't.
Did you keep it?
No, because I wasn't given a paper for it.
Oh,
I was in state custody. It wasn't for my benefit, it was for theirs.
By the way, mango venom. Delicious.
I don't like mangoes. I do remember one of the questions on the test that I felt was stupid. Because again, it doesn't test your ability to learn anything, it tests your ability to remember random shit. And I only know that it tests random because the teacher that was taking the test, or the one that was having me take the test, the one that was presiding over it, was like, huh, not many people know that. It was how many weeks are in a year? Like, 52. I know that. I remember hearing it randomly once. It's not usually something that's directly taught, though, is it? At least, it wasn't for me. I know how education changes over the years, so what I've learned is no longer what's being taught. So in my day, they weren't teaching there's 52 weeks in a year. I just remember it from a random conversation, because that's what an ADHD brain does. It'll remember the most random things. Back when I was in school. Bro, you go 3 years back, and what they teach today and what they taught 3 years ago in the same grade are different.
Back in my day.
It's not even back in my day. It's just straight up. See? Pikachu did it again. Yep, tension in the air. This is the floor. There's a Moltres over here somewhere.
There's a hot chicken somewhere.
Oh, for anyone who was wondering about that Mr. Beast thing, I did some digging into it and it was not real. It is someone pretending to be Mr. Beast using the same name and picture even.
You can imagine how easy it is to steal someone's fucking face.
Yeah, that's the whole
Like,
reason
rip your brain
why
off and just slap
I
it on
got
and
excited
start saying,
because it popped up, but the whole reason I wasn't, like, digging into it because I came back from the bathroom was because I didn't have the time to dig into it while doing a recording. I needed to wait in between a couple episodes so that I could actually take a deeper look into it and see how legit it is. And no, it was a scam.
Did not say these words right after talking about using the restroom.
What?
Digging in, going in deeper.
Okay, you're the one who thought that up all on your own. I want none of that.
I'm just saying. None of that needs to be said.
Sure it did.
You said it surely.
But let that be a PSA for people, you know. If someone posts a link for giveaways or something like that, something looks too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. You should do some digging into it and make sure that what you're signing up for isn't going to ruin you.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I've never actually had that problem. I've never actually gotten tied up in a fashion that I've lost anything.
I know, huh?
I don't trust the internet just as a rule of thumb.
Man, you are making a lot of things you should be saying, phrasing to, but I'm gonna leave it.
Probably. Because I've already moved off of whatever you're thinking about. My brain's no longer over there. I didn't want to. You're too horny for me.
Yeah, see, now, right there.
That was intentional. You know what my greatest amount of luck was? The only, like... So, you know how there's a bunch of, like, game apps that you can earn, like, little bits of money off of? Like, it's usually pocket change, right?
Yep.
And it takes forever to win any significant amount. I
Okay.
won $100 in 2 weeks from an app called Lucktastic. It was the oddest thing ever. So the game had two types of things. Like, you could earn money and you could earn points, and you use your points to enter drawings, which they had all kinds of different drawings. Some really big ones, and then they had this Amazon one that had 3 tiers. There was a $50 gift card, a $25 gift card, and a $10 gift card, and I won 2 25s, a 10, and a 50.
There you go.
All in time for Kingdom Hearts 3 to be released.
Ha! There you go.
Right? Like, literally, I got the money just in time for the pre-orders to come out. And I was like, well, why not? I'm not currently employed. Hi-ya!
Why not a broken one?
And so I used the money to buy myself a couple of games.
No comment at all towards that.
I didn't hear you. I was focused on the fact that I almost died.
I said, why not the Pokemon?
Are you making a pun? Is that supposed to be a pun?
No, it's a fact.
Oh. I want to stab the speakers at my neighbor's house in all their vehicles.
Why?
Because I hate people who sit in their parking or sitting in their driveway playing the bassiest or loudest music they can.
Why?
We're not playing the Y game. It's a good way to make somebody violent.
No, I'm asking him.
It's an auditory issue. I don't remember what it's called, but it's one of those where I get irrationally angered by simple sounds, and bass is one of them.
You would hate my uncle.
Probably.
The dude devised a speaker system that could set off car alarms 2 blocks away.
Yeah, doing so can get him arrested. Hope you know there's this thing in most of America called a noise ordinance. Anything above a certain level can get you arrested regardless of the time.
When you live in a town that is literally bumfuck hillbilly bullshit, they tend to not care.
It's not that they tend not to care, it's that your neighbors tended not to care. Because if more than like 3 of them started calling in noise complaints, the cops would have to do something. Because it'll turn into a lawsuit at that point. Hey, there's this person setting car alarms off for a 3-block or a 2-block radius. That's a lot of space to cover.
Should tell you just how impressive the speakers were, though.
Oh yeah, I won't deny they were impressive. I'm just saying, you know, some people don't care. I'm not one of those people. I feel you should have some respect for your neighbors. Like, go inside your house and listen to your bassy music in a fashion that the rest of us don't have to hear it. It's much the same way as you don't want somebody walking naked down the street. I don't want to see it, and I don't want to hear your stuff either.
Doesn't stop some people, though.
No, it doesn't. You know what the worst ones are? It's the people that have that ratty car, and they play bassy music so heavy.
Rattles the whole thing.
Yeah, it rattles the whole thing, and my thought is, oh, please fall apart.
Actually, fun fact, that's how he lost that car.
It fell apart, huh?
The bass literally tore the car apart.
Well, I am thrilled to bits. The universe does have some justice in it.
He took extreme pride in that.
It's so dumb.
He wasn't allowed to have his child in the car with him because the pressure alone would suffocate the child.
See, that's what I mean. It's so dumb. People are out there doing things like cutting their tailpipes in half so that their car sounds louder. And it's like, no. You know what I attribute things like cutting your tailpipe in half? Or removing your muffler or whatever to? Axe body spray.
Tampering it to make it not safe for road?
Axe body spray. It's similar. It's basically like Axe body spray. Like you know how most kids who use Axe body spray use way too much? You can't enter the room they used it in because it'll suffocate you. And everybody can smell you for a mile. Yeah, that's what trying to make your car louder sounds like. It's the sound version of Axe body spray.
Well then.
I mean, you ask anybody who really knows about cars, especially, like, there are some cars that you might need to remove the muffler for some reason or another. Right? But...
Right. Excuse me.
Or like, you know how spoilers are kind of useful, but the overly large ones are just ridiculous? A small spoiler is helpful. When you get too big, it's not changing much more. You're not really increasing the effectiveness of it. You just have a bigger one. Right? There was this tiny little car. I think it was a Prius, right? They had done something to their muffler. I don't know what, but it sounded like a diesel. And not a good one. A tiny car is not supposed to sound like that.
Nice.
Even my friend sitting in the car next to me was like, dude, your car should not sound like that. That's not good.
That sounds like your car's about to break the fuck down.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I feel better.
Alakazam, what are they weak against? I don't have any moves for it yet. Damn it. I've got a well-diverse team, just not a diverse enough moveset.
You have a diverse team, not a well-built team.
That's because the first generation doesn't have very many well-balanced Pokemon. Not to mention Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Pokemon Yellow version curse you with a Pokemon that can't evolve.
Yep.
The problem is they start that out at level 5 and your other options start out at level 2 and 3. Oh, just for anyone wondering, no, I'm not keeping those Rhydons. I didn't want them. They'll make good candy fodder, though.
You just want straight candy. Come on now.
You can't get it back. No, I'm not going to sacrifice my Zapdos. Do I
But that
have
does leave the question.
Will it respawn? No.
No. What candy does that make?
That's an interesting question. Not one I am in the slightest bit interested in finding out.
Why don't off stream we save the game?
Oh no. I don't even want to risk it. It would be just my luck. I've got 6 rare candies. That'll be helpful. Of course. Go, Pippa. Get faster. Because you, of all Pokemon, could definitely use more speed, yeah. Courage candy. Special defense, is it? You could use a point for that. You could definitely use some more physical attack. And that's it. Cool.
Cool what?
Beans.
Burrito.
This is the best burrito I've ever eaten.
What?
Did I just take you back?
Perry Grip.
How far back did I just take you?
I still use the Tortoise song to piss people off.
I wish that they hadn't gotten rid of Flipnote. That's where I heard it from. That's where I first ran into the best burrito song. I don't know why Nintendo decided that Flipnote just needed to stop existing.
Well, not only did they do that, they also re-brought it back just to remove it, or make it super exclusive and unattainable, and then remove it again.
Oh, I know. I have it. I have it on my 3DS.
They were dealing with stupid copyright issues, porn issues, and everything in between.
But people were literally hand-drawing this. Their stuff.
Yes, and that was amazing, but it doesn't stop the fact that people still made porn.
I mean,
and Nintendo is not about that life.
yeah, so ban those accounts. Especially with the 3DS, it's so much easier because now they're account bound. So unless they get a brand new system or factory reset their stuff, which removes their account from the system, and they'd have to make a new one anyways and buy new stuff for it. See where I'm going with this?
Well, yes, but no. Because it's just easier to get rid of it, just like Disney Channel gets rid of good shows.
Stop reminding me. My feelings are dying. I mean, for real. So many good I've seen so many good shows disappear over the years.
We all have. We all have.
I ran across some older anime and been like, oh wow, this is awesome. Why didn't I see this before? Only to find out it's been discontinued permanently.
High School of the Dead.
That's for horny people.
I mean, I have hordes.
But
so I will gladly claim that title.
But like, so many.
In all seriousness, High School of the Dead was a treasure in and of itself due to the fact that people were creative with their fucking kills.
The guy who made a gun, who made a
powered up a rapid fire nail gun. Yes, yeah, I love that fat man. He was my hero.
He took shit to the next level. He went, oh, shit just went south. All right.
And he even started to get the girl too.
But like, discontinued.
Well, the creator died.
The problem children are coming from another world, aren't they?
Oh, and that one canceled too?
Yeah, it only has 11 episodes.
Did you just that is actually kind of sad.
Hallelujah! Yeah.
That was one of those, like, everyone's stupidly broken and it's just kind of stupid fun, you know?
Not everyone is stupid broken, really. There's only a couple of people who are actually broken.
Which one of those people weren't stupid broken?
I mean, they had their own unique abilities, sure, but the only OP one was the guy with the headphones. I don't remember his name.
He can literally break the world. The other girl can instantly summon animals like some kind of fucking Aquaman on land.
No, she could... If she befriends them, she can use their abilities.
Even better! Wasn't one of them a mind reader and was able to manipulate people?
Within reason, but she wasn't overpowered. Like I said, there was massive limitations on everyone, except for the guy with headphones, who I'm pretty sure was a god in his own right.
Or it just... He literally came from a world where everybody had superheroes. Or superpowers. My Hero Academia style.
Oh, I got one better.
What do you mean?
I don't remember what it's called. It's that one with the... There's that kid who comes from the last dungeon town. He's the weakest person in his town, but they're literally the last town. It's where the Demon King was defeated and all that. Oh, look, there's Moltres right there. Cool. Oh, shit, we went hella over.
Good.
So we're going to save our game here and we will come back. I will finish my sentence when we come back.